And folks, so, okay, this is obviously, it's a bit of an angle. Let me see if I can move it a little bit. Let me see if I can move you guys for 2 seconds. Okay. So today I'm supposed to be I'm hosting a Poshmark event, which is like going to happen within my complex. Let me just do this quickly. I have to do the Poshmark thing. So today I want to focus, even though I want to focus on a bit of the music, I also want to talk a bit more about Poshmark because it is my own business, but we are using a platform which is called Poshmark to sell and market items that we buy and purchase and all that stuff. So what's going on is I usually have done the Posh and Coffees from the past as a host. Host meaning, Poshmark invites you to do stuff. And they've given me a $50 Visa card to basically raffle off to the people that come through and show up for the events. And then obviously I make these little cranes. Not everybody gets the raffle, but I can give little gifts that I generally make. So that's basically it. And yeah, we can continue working on the music. I also do want to explain that business development is that's a big topic as well. And what I'm doing is developing a business. I've registered my company. I've started an LLC, so to speak. I've built up exhibitions and shows that I've done in the past. And this is just an ad, and I've done my websites. I've put together graphic designs. I've put together flyers. I've put together pamphlets. I've done an invite list. I moved overseas. I'm no longer in South Africa where I was doing all these big events. For my master's exhibition, I had about 400, 500 people showing up for the show. The proof is the music that I have that I placed on my my SoundCloud. What we can do is just continue with some music. The music that you see on the tracks that I produce on my, that's another way to get your music out, right? Is if you're going to be doing things like Facebook or TikTok or other types of platforms that enable you to have music, and then you have copyright issues. If you have copyright issues, the recommendation is to perhaps play your own music, perform your own music, record your tracks, replay them. I've shown a way to do it on Facebook where you can actually use voice. You probably would have to have a speaker to do it, but you can use the voiceover and then place the voiceover into, we could probably even do it now. Maybe I do a reel now. Let's do a reel and give you an example of what I mean. That I haven't done either. And I am slowing down on my Facebook because I do feel as if it's not giving me, yeah, okay, you can go viral and stuff and people have done it, but not everybody, like I have not gone, so to speak, viral. I mean, I've had about 10,000 people see one of the videos that I've done and then another 6,000 on another. So I've halfway done viral. It's not like a whole thing for me. Let's take an example. Let's do a reel. I'm going to do a reel now for Facebook. Let's just say going live. Let me record. And then I can show you what I have to do afterwards since you guys are watching this. Okay, so I'm going to just do a quick going live right now I'm going to do it here. I'm just going to hold it and then I'm going to just talk. Angle this south. Where am I going to angle it? Going live on YouTube now. You guys should come join me on that side. And here's a reel quickly that I'm experimenting with on the live for YouTube right now for Facebook. Okay, so we're using that as an experiment. Now we're going to do this. Now put this speaker there. Plug this in. Where's my phone connector? Here. Okay, and I'll use that. Okay, so we're going to use the phone this time in this case. Can I do it? Oh no, I'm recording. Bugger. I don't know how I'm going to do that because I need the phone or the iPad to record. Never mind, that's not going to work. Oh, actually I could do it from here. That's okay. I can use the desktop. So I'm going to use the desktop. I'm going to do my little live show reel. Going live on YouTube now. You guys should come join me on that side. Okay, so we have audio. Here's a reel quickly that I'm so we're going to do control. The live for audio voice. Now for Facebook. Okay. Live. And now you can add the music. Now you can add the music from, I don't know, let's use one of mine because I don't want to take a chance on using somebody else's. I think I was sort of flagged on Facebook, which bothers me a little bit. So we're going to okay. So then, okay, now it's recorded on the voice section, okay? Make sure you have it on, like, around a speaker of some sort because it is hard to do a voice over type of thing with music if you do not have. Okay, now you can adjust because the quality sounds better, right? Okay, now you go here and then you can adjust the volume. Okay, so you put the music on. Okay, so then you adjust the volume on here, okay? Okay, so that's what that is. Live on. Come join me on that side. And here's a reel quickly that I'm experimenting with on the live for. Okay. Now we're gonna do Facebook. Now we're just putting in the For You page, just the hashtags. Facebook Reels. YouTube Live. Sorry, YouTube. So if you're coming in to see what I'm doing, I'm going to just play this music in the background. So I use that music for the reel that I'm doing right now for Facebook. And you guys, if you haven't seen it, you guys can see this on the actual live. It was a slight hiccup because I had to decide which speaker I was going to use for the situation. But I think I resolved it. USA. Music. Consumer. Okay. So we're using that as an example. So I use my Facebook, even though I'm not like a fan of lots of things on Facebook. I use my Facebook as the mock-up for ideas to develop on a larger scale. I need a vision board, so I generally use Facebook as my vision board, right? So I use it as my vision board. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay. So that's what I do with my Facebook. Yes, I was invited to the performance bonus, but it's not benefiting me in any particular way, so to speak. It's just, it doesn't allow me to give myself time to do and complete projects. And in all honesty, between Facebook and YouTube, there is definitely more professionalism on YouTube. So I'm slowly but surely developing it into where it becomes the interlocking link to my business, because I have registered a business. In fact, I've registered this business in South Africa as a non-profit organization to start off with, where I've done shows and projects and events. An article from one of the shows that I did in South Africa landed up at the Smithsonian. This is now in the Smithsonian library, but it is from South Africa, so it was kind of cool to see. And it was a group, like it was a solo show, but it came as a collective group. So this article is at the Smithsonian now. You can see it's and talks about my background. I'll leave it here. Maybe you guys want to stop the video. Okay. And my history about traveling and my lifestyle and all of that stuff. Knitting. I don't know. I was doing knitting because this was just, I was dealing with textiles besides music. So that was like my thing. Once again, today is a Poshmark day, so I'm back into the fashion. And I'm raffling off a $50 credit card for Poshmark, who have asked me to do that. So, and then I'm going to be meeting up with people at the Marriott, which is around the corner from me. So it's kind of like, and then these little cranes that I make. So I use my craft skills. You can see my little cranes. I don't know. You can see I make little cranes, and I've kind of, yeah, I don't know. I made a whole bunch of these. When I was teaching larger groups of students, they loved the cranes, so I'd always put them out on the table for shows and stuff. But we're doing that for now. Okay. And it has been posted while we're talking about this. Let's see how this worked. And the quality, when you put it through a speaker, is just as good as you can hear. Okay, so that's what we just recorded, right? But make sure you have a decent speaker to use to put your phone close up to. Facebook has a thing about using their music library, and so if that's the case, this is your opportunity as a musician or an artist to use what you're capable of and utilize that platform or wherever else you are, TikTok or whatever, to bring your music into the forefront. I don't have a large following on TikTok because I just don't use it that often. It has always been Facebook for me, but it was more of, Facebook has always been just a platform where I just come up with ideas and post stuff and just leave it in the space. I didn't see it more than that. They've opened the door for different things. I do feel as if it's a bit more grown-up content on Facebook now, which gets more of the views, which I do not necessarily agree with. So I'm trying to kind of be professional and stay away from certain kind of formats that people are doing now on Facebook, which is like ridiculous. It's almost like it's becoming the new Only's fan page, which, like, I don't have an Only's fan, and I don't think I will ever have an Only fan page. And then Twitter did the same thing. So everything's moving back into like and obviously AI is in charge of the space now. So they're seeing the action and the movement going on with these particular platform bits of whatever it is that they're doing on Facebook or Twitter to get the most amount of views. So obviously the bot is picking up the most amount of views, which happens to be the adults' content. And it's just, I just don't think that that is the right approach. I don't think bots should necessarily be in charge of it. I think a real person should be involved on deciding what should be on there and what should not be on there. I'm on the parent side. I think Facebook has taken it a little too far. So that's just my personal opinion. I've just backed down from the Facebook thing, but that gives you an example of how you can use your music in the meantime to get it out there. Obviously, start a SoundCloud page, which would be good. If you're able to understand how to download your music from your phone, maybe we do a track on the phone quickly. Let's go ahead and do that. Then that becomes accessible to use the same way I've done this. You just put it through a speaker and then you record. You can do, I think you can do the same thing on TikTok, where you can actually record your own track and then you can put that track through a video that you record and then bring it together in the end. So that's what I'm doing. And even though it's, I think it's effective, because what's happening is you're bringing your own music onto a platform. It's not going to be flagged, and you're not going to have the issues that some people... I've been flagged a few times when I record a video and then I put the song in the video. Facebook does flag that, so I've found another mechanism or another way to do that. Sorry guys, I'm not going to be doing... you can see I'm growing my hair out. It was getting damaged, so I want to just grow it out. I did do my own hair. I dyed it different colors, but I think over time it just thinned my hair out, so I need to be a little bit careful with this. My apologies if I don't look 100% fashionable, but for my personal health, I need to do certain things at certain points, and this is a time that my hair needs to recover. It needs to recover, not enough oils in my hair, that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's basically it. Let's add another part to the song. Let's do it. Let's play this again. Okay, now we're going to try it on... Okay, I had tested out some ideas. Maybe we add some drum and bass to it. That means I need to speed it up, but let's see what I can do. So we're going to go into the phone. We're going to use GarageBand, and we're going to find some beats. Okay. And this is layered, and I do have like melodies and stuff, but I took the melodies out because I feel as if maybe if I just play this in the background, I get inspired. Okay. Where's my GarageBand? Where's the GarageBand on the phone? Here it is. Okay, so we're going into GarageBand. Okay, so I have that already. So now we're going to let's put that on silence. Okay, so now we're going to try... No, we're going to go back. We're going to do loops. Now. Interesting. Okay, here. Loops. Okay, back into the loops. That's a bit shiny. You guys can zoom in and zoom out depending on what you want. The touch-sensitive screens do that. So if you have a phone and you're looking at it through the phone, you can actually zoom in and zoom out. Okay. So let's do genre. We're going to just play this in the background while I come up with some vision of some sort. No, not synth. We want I would have to bring up the speed. So we're going to change the speed. Let me just see. So we're going to plug this in. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I think drum and bass is probably like 250. Let's try 250 or faster beats per minute. I just want to see. You can see there's a sound in the background that's not perfect. I can hear it. Okay. Let's see what this does. Drum and bass. No, it doesn't show that. Okay, so that could work. There's a lot of cymbal though. No. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to close this. Okay. We're going to just use that for now. Oh, sorry. So you can edit, so let's just talk about tempo. Okay, so you can change the beats per minute on here on your phone. I'm sorry if not everybody has the phone or the iPad. I do realize that this is a particular type of thing. This is probably a little bit more advanced if you have this phone, iPhone 12. Only because, you know, like I said, I've been using the Apple devices since they've been out. So I've grown up with them. Even in my household in the 80s, my dad had the Apple, first Apple computer, like green screen. So it's just been part of my lifestyle. Time signature, tempo, key signature. Let's move this up a little bit more. I just want to go into that. But you can hear that you can, okay. So all I'm doing now is I'm adjusting the tempo. I'm going to put this down. So I'm adjusting the tempo. I'm busy working on a different type of sound to add into that. Okay. And then going back into this, if you have the iPhone, you can adjust the tempo on that, like it says the settings setup. Tempo is beats per minute. Metronome count in. Time signature, if you know your key signatures, they also show you key signatures. And then timer rule, I don't know, I haven't done that yet. Fade out, fade in, jam session, advanced. What's more advanced? Bluetooth, MIDI device, multi-track recording. So you could, in theory, record. You could record other instruments, but I don't know if the quality will be that amazing on here if you were to record just on the phone. So I'm talking business developments because what I had done, and the reason why I had spoken about business development is when I was in South Africa in 2000, after my master's exhibition, which was pretty successful. If I had 500 people showing up for the show. I then was invited to do a show dealing with textiles, and this jacket got into actually the gallery owner wanted the jacket, and I said no, because I felt like I needed the piece, needed to keep the piece for myself. Boutique, let's see if I can find it from here. And on Poshmark, you can create your own boutique. Yeah. This particular jacket ended up winning over an exhibition that somebody really wanted to see, maybe a collection of pieces, but she didn't realize how much material it took to produce something like this, and I still have it. I kept it. So I have it displayed on my Poshmark, which is why I also do the fashion, because this is something I have been known for in the past, and the article that's in the Smithsonian deals with textiles. So that's part of it. And yeah, so business development was the main discussion that I had on this topic in the article, and helping people in rural locations, starting off in South Africa, grow a business from nothing to something. So I do understand how to build a business from absolutely nothing to building it up to somewhat of a functioning process. I'm hoping once I do this whole event with Poshmark today, I have the Poshmark thing today, Poshmark will say, hey, we liked it. We heard that the people who joined you enjoyed it. I don't know if, I hope they do say that. And if I can continue doing more shows or events, then maybe what I would do is with Poshmark, I'd probably consider incorporating the music into the events and being the quote unquote in-house DJ of some sorts. Just using the equipment that I have and the production pieces that I've done to incorporate for the Poshmark. Because on Poshmark, you also have producers, you also have musicians, you have people in the music industry also selling their clothing and their items and their products. So it's not uncommon that everything interlocks. Right? That's how life is. It's not just because it's people know it as the fashion. It's not that it's not music. I met producers on there. I know that there are people who are selling items and they're DJing in the background while they're selling their clothing. I mean, it's kind of cool. So you're meeting people on social media or different platforms that are in the industry as well. Excuse me. So it's important to know that you're breaking past just the stigmas of what people assume music is, right? Everything is interlocked. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. Like I said, if you do want to look this up, I will take some photographs of, maybe I'll take some photographs of this and post this for one of my posts, which is the article at the Smithsonian, and it talks about business development. I called it Nomadics, which is the company I registered here in the States. So back in 2006, I was, when was it? 2000 and, when was this show? I'm trying to find, what was the date of the show? 2000, September, September to November. I think it was 2000 and, it doesn't have the year. Probably has it on the article. 2006, I believe, or 9. 6? I don't know. I don't remember what it was. 2009. So it's been at the Smithsonian since 2009, which is kind of cool. I didn't expect that to be there, but it's awesome. And that's what I'm doing right now. Yesterday was a little bit more of a talk in the music. Today, because I do have the Poshmark and I'm trying to put the project together, Hopefully this project builds into something bigger because I love to put events together. I've done events, I've put projects together. I've developed, yeah, I've done stuff. It's not uncommon. I mean, obviously studying my master's, you have to know how to put projects together and what is required. And if you need to build and construct, which is what I've done too, or, you know, if you have extra hands to do certain things, but you need to know the basics if you're going to do business development or project events management or whatever. So that's where I am right now. Okay, let's go back into this. I'm not going to be on here for too long today. I think I hit my toe. I dropped something on 2 toes of mine, so my leg's a little, it's throbbing a little bit. I can feel the so I'm supposed to be walking down to the Marriott from our place. It's just like a block away. So I don't know how I'm going to react to walking today with my two. I hope my toes are not broken. That would be terrible. Me and my luck. Me and my luck. Okay. So let's do a bit more music. This is just an idea, but I'll put it on the background, okay? And then I can do it like you can see over here. I have my other speaker. So I've connected my speaker and my other speaker, my roll-in speaker and my phone to my phone. I can do the same thing for my laptop, but I'm iPad. Sorry, I have bubbles in my throat. iPad, but I'm using my iPad for recording today. Okay, so it's going to be a little short today, only because I have to continue planning out what else I need to do for Poshmark. Let's go back into Poshmark. Oh, and there's another piece here. I'll hold on a second. This is a cool piece that I did on the phone. I forgot about that. Let's go to Blossom. Smooth Sailing. I think I called it Smooth Sailing. Okay. So I'm going to stop this and you guys can hear what I've done. Sometimes it's not always on. Lately I've been working a lot on my phone. Okay, and I've used this for my, and I did all the separate parts together. You can see what it looks like. And I played the chords. I think more things can be tweaked on it. So like that could be a little bit, like here I can lower the volume. So you can adjust the volumes. It's not going to be perfect mixing and mastering, but you can do like the basics. So once you're ready to do it, you could probably send this file over to the computer and then revise it. And obviously, depending on the equipment's quality and how much you've paid for it, that will also depend on how well the quality turns out, right? So it does matter. Speakers matter. A good mic matters. All these do matter, but over time you can build sections up. And as people have done, I'm going to just put this in the back. You know, people have, you know, and you just keep expanding your vision. Don't just stop with one, oh, I have like an iPad. Let's like just use that. But over time you'll start getting bits and pieces. And if you are like a business person who deals with events, maybe it's something you want to pick up, learning how to do this kind of stuff, because then you don't need to necessarily hire a musician. You can kind of put this together on your own. I don't know. Like that's just my way of doing things, because I've always brought the music and the fashion together, and I have put shows on in the past and projects. So I'm just coming from a background of not just music, but overall concept of business development. So that's where I am right now. And yeah, I think it's going to be a short class today. Class, I'm calling it class. A short live today, because I do have to get back into the Poshmark. But you're hearing, right? So you're hearing this on the phone. So I've done a whole bunch of things on the phone as well. This could be worked on as well. Let's see another one. Okay, so let's go into new beginnings. I don't know what I've done. I've done a whole bunch. I don't know how good they are, though, is the question. And a lot of the songs that you've heard me play on my videos are, in fact, from my phone. So I've used my phone as the extra accessory to make sure that the music is not... What is this? I don't know what this is. Yeah, the quality's not that great because I haven't... You can hear the difference when you've like worked on it a little bit and when you haven't worked on it. This has not really been worked on. And then it just kind of buzzes out a little bit. Okay, so, you know, if you take the more you take your time on doing pieces, the better you get. And the more practice you get with experimenting, the better you get, right? So it's all about practice makes perfect, right? And I'm using my time on my platforms to practice using the equipment, because now I'm moving into the realms of my own thing, and it's important to have different skills for different things. I don't know. Don't know what this is. I don't think it's really anything. It's just sounds. Yeah, it's definitely just sounds. But let's... Yeah, they're just sounds. Okay. So instead of reinventing the circle today, I'm just using my phone and showing the different variations of things that I've done on here. I know I kind of jump around a little bit, but I do want people to know that I think it's important to be... business development is a big thing. Like, everybody wants to get into business, right? But to have skills within different fields will help you develop a business even more. That's important. And as I said, the article at the Smithsonian talks about developing businesses within locations and how to construct art as the starting point to building up a vision, right? So product is important. Product is important, like I emphasize. You know, Poshmark is products, selling products. And making products. I made a necklace. I'll show you my little crafty things. Maybe I give one of my necklaces. I don't know, we'll see. Hold on. I have to get it. 2 seconds. I have to get my necklacey thing here. Okay, sorry, close up of me. But from an idea of something like this is developing a business, okay? So from a small idea, learning how to do origami, for instance, everybody knows what a crane looks like, to producing things out of it. Like, you make a whole bunch of these, you can make necklaces, bracelets. Some people like crafts, some people don't. That's why I kind of split it between the music and the art. And I think it's important to know that, you know, and I've made t-shirts before, so you can do things on Amazon. If you do graphic design, digital stuff, you can use you can place your graphic designs on t-shirts. I don't know if this is, I'm sure everybody knows that this is doable, right? So it's nothing uncommon or not discussed, but I just want to say that, you know, branch out, like use the skill, but also utilize the other skills that you have. I'll just re-emphasize that again. Article proves, my article at the Smithsonian proves that this is indeed what I do, okay? So I think it's going to be a short and sweet today. I don't want to be on here for too long because I must get my Poshmark ready. I have the show that I have to do. Let me just re-emphasize the Poshmark. I think I have a few people coming, which is kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that. I was only expecting 1 or 2, but I think there are going to be a few more. So I have to pre-plan. I think it's at around 3:30 from what I mentioned. So I have, I'm not going to show all the information, but that's generally, so I've been selected to, and it's not like I haven't done this before. I've just been selected to do this time around for Poshmark. So hopefully it turns out to be successful hits, and then more things can happen. And I can say, hey, I have the music. Let's put the music together for a possible show we can do, and then put a group thing together, which I would love to put together because that's what I like to do. I like to develop projects on a larger scale. I don't just do it with myself. So we'll see what happens. Oh, and I might have one of my friends coming and joining me for a live soon. She's a master's graduate in photography, and hopefully this could be, and she has her own channel, so maybe this helps her as well because she's never really done the lives before. So we're going to bring different people in and see within different fields, which will be kind of cool. So let's see how it goes. And thank you for popping over. I know that this was a really short and sweet one. And yeah, and then I just gave an example on how you can use your music for Facebook or TikTok. If you just, the voiceover, you can go back to the beginning and see how it looks. I'll also place one of the videos with this video up there, or up there, as a link of a closer vision of how to put that together with, if you're a Facebook user, for instance. Okay, folks, thank you again. Thanks for popping over. Very much appreciated, and I will speak to you guys. I will try my best to be back on tomorrow, and I'm going to do a video now so you guys have a long version video, and I'll chat then. Thanks, bye.